so wicked. This world so wicked. This world so wicked. Forcing on that children, if you don't see them, you gon' hear. Ain't no black, no white, no Michael Jackson. Look inside the mirror when I come pushing this with Paris and niggas virus every year. Vaccinations, they come first if you don't get on, you a traitor. They speak against abortion, they gon' now later. First they said that it's their body, it's their shit, they only make me don't consider that's a person grinding for them every day. What about rape? Now I can't justify to say that that's okay. But if you kill the baby, gon' be against you on your judgment day. But we don't believe in God anyway, so we gon' follow Satan. We say that we Christian, but that Bible we stay away from. See people kill their mother, brothers, sisters off of play fun with their guns. Then get on social media like they ain't do nothing. They shoot at people dead from their leg up to say no N1. We follow every God, moon and stars except for D1. Now I'm not playing shy crap, but reason now we Israelites when Jesus was white. My people really didn't put up a fight, but now even though we black, my people seem to can't accept the fact. And why is that? We program that hit ourselves from front to back. It's wicked, ain't it? And my people don't want to change it. We're ready to stay the same and ride a pain and not repent. We can't act like that water and flint, man. This is it, cause the only way we
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's been a minute. I apologize. We still in the land of our captivity, and I had to render to Caesar. Man. It's I'll be glad when we don't have to have these ridiculous working conditions anymore, because sometimes just to get stuff done, it's like ridiculous, and then you got to spend time with your family and all that stuff, man. But it's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing. And y'all ready to leave yet? Y'all ready to go yet? It's been a trip. It's been a very trippy last few days in America, man. It's been a mad trippy last few days in America, like in the world. Let me just get that. It's been trippy in the world, but especially in America, it's been fun. Y'all already see I got my little that's my Twitter banner, by the way, because I already know every time I say something that go against the zeitgeist, they gonna get mad. They gonna drag you. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? For everybody out there, all my brews out there, all my people out there keeping it real, keeping it by the book, by the Torah, by y'all's will, by y'all's word. Shout out to all y'all. I know they mad at you. Let them be mad because they hated our father, so they gonna hate us. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be mad. Like I don't know, man. I praise y'all. I've been asking him. He's been taking me on the journey. I've been calling it my citrus. I've been keeping my citrus in check. And my citrus, I mean the fruit of the spirit. And I've been praising him, man. I've been, when you ask Yah to help you improve these things, trust and believe you're going to be put in situations where your fruit going to be tested, your long suffering, your patience, your joy. All 9 of them going to get tested. But I praise Yah, man, because when you come through the test, it's like you don't even recognize yourself sometimes. And, I just been going at a few people here and there about little things, little cute, about this Roe versus Wade. And I ain't really wanting to talk about that, honestly, because there's more important things going on. But I think people missing the purpose of what this is. And I think that what a lot of this is comes from history. People don't understand history of America. They don't understand how, not even just America, but how this world. See, what we got to understand is we're living in Rome 3.0, because we already had Rome 2.0 back in the day. This is 3.0. Rome done changed some things. They learned from over the time. But you got to understand is none of these things are new. Nothing is new under the sun. Yah wasn't lying when he said that. It's nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new. These are situations that have been dealing with in this world for years, man. For years and years and years at a time, folks been out here talking about this stuff and doing this stuff. Before I get into that, though, I just want to show y'all, some of your allies. See, it's so funny, man, because I've been looking on Twitter and I've been laughing and shaking my head. It's been like a mix of emotions, from pity to just disgust to WTF. to WTH to Y. I mean, it's been so many. I'm telling you, man. Oh man. I think the Most High, I would be out here just getting drunk reading these people, bro. Because it's these people making, boy, they crazy. They crazy, y'all. They crazy. Let me show y'all. I'm gonna go down my Twitter rabbit hole here. This was yeah, I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. I just had okay. So how long has it been in? I know I gotta wait at least 2 minutes before Facebook, AI start getting goofy. So I can't get too buck loose. But number one, I don't think a lot of these folks got to worry about somebody getting them pregnant. That's all I'm gonna say about that. They all out here, oh, my body, my choice. You can't force me to have a baby. I don't think that's going to be your struggle, sis. I don't think that's your struggle right now. That ain't your struggle. This was their protest out there. They protesting for the right to kill babies. They out there. And what really annoyed me was just seeing the Hebrews out there just straight up Sly Coopering it up. For those who don't know Sly Cooper was a video game on PlayStation about a raccoon who used to steal. So yeah. Sly Cooper. They out there just Sly Coopering it up, man. Just straight up foolishness. Foolishness. It is. And then you got this. Now, mind you, this man probably blacked out his logo back in 2020 when all the George Floyd riots was going down. I'm quite sure this man says that he's an ally of black people. I'm quite sure he says that he's just, I can 3,000% guarantee you he votes Democrat. Look at this. Just anytime we show a thought that goes against their narrative, then the truth comes out. You see it. You see it. You see it. The truth just comes out. I'm just showing you, some of our people still get caught up in these politic games, even though they woken up and they are Hebrew. They still get caught and lost in the sauce. They still get caught up in this stuff. So I just put this out for those that still believe in red, blue, and still think that this system is what it is, and think that, folks that like, myself and, Teo and many of them other ones out there, shout out Teo and them, man, that be talking about how all this stuff is orchestrated and it's designed and how it's like, I'm going to show you just with this eugenics, within eugenics, I'm going to show you that this is something that's not just something that naturally occurred. I can show you that this is something that's as old as Rome. It's as old as Rome itself. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go into the next issue here. This is the one I wanted to show you. This right here blew my mind. I'm gonna let it speak for itself.
You will be arrested immediately. Hey, calm down. Take your fucking hands off me.
So the left always attacks free speech.
Calm down, sir. Calm down. Let's have a conversation. Calm down.
Let's incite. No, let's not have a fucking conversation.
Calm down,
Worthless little sack of shit.
I guess the pandemic's over. What's wrong, sir? You like killing babies? You love killing babies?
Yeah, I fucking love killing babies.
You love killing babies, huh? You love that, don't you? You love that.
Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna run it back. Now, listen to his voice. Listen to his voice and the inflections in his voice. I'm gonna run it back.
Have a conversation. Calm down.
Let's incite. No, let's not have a fucking conversation.
Calm down,
Worthless little sack of shit.
I guess the pandemic's over. What's wrong, sir? You like killing babies? You love killing babies?
Yeah, I fucking love killing babies.
You love killing babies.
So, yeah. Y'all heard that. Y'all heard what that man said. Y'all heard exactly what that man said. He and you heard it. The voice changed and everything. Bro went from sounding like your typical, dorky, I wear Skechers, I go out and I got a black friend white guy to straight up Nosferatu. Like, bro, this is what we dealing with. This is what we dealing with. These are ancient demons. This is what we dealing with. As a matter of fact, y'all know I like to throw in. I like to come up with the. Let me show you what we dealing with right here. What we're dealing with. No, not the fake picture of Jupiter. No, not that. Not the fake picture. The one that it was designed after. Let's see if I could find. Where is that picture of him? Is that the one where he's eating the baby? I can't find the one where he's eating the baby. There's one. Is it Jupiter or is it Saturn? I think it's Saturn. Oh, my bad. Wrong planet. Or wrong false deity. There it is. Saturn. My bad. I said Jupiter instead of Saturn. This is what we dealing with, y'all. This is what we dealing with. This is the same demons that have been around and running around since Noah and before Noah was running around on the earth. This is nothing has changed. Just their methods and how they produce it. Actually, even their methods has probably stayed the same over time. But nothing has changed. This is what they're all about. This is what this is. This is what Babylon, America, false Egypt is dedicated to. These things right here. You see it right there. You see it. This is what this is. This is all this is. Let me show you. Let me see. I think no, here's another one that I found interesting right here. So now I'm just gonna point out the hypocrisy of the system. We all know the system is garbage. We all know it's ridiculous, but y'all did say that the curses that was upon us is going to become on the ones who basically bought us and sold us. And that's what we're seeing. Let me show you. This right here was one of the justices' house. They went out there and they did this. They did all this at this doggone justice's location. Like, that's ridiculous. Now, mind you, they are having these January 6th committees and they talking hard about this January 6th stuff. And I watched that whole thing. The January 6th is nothing like this. They weren't doing nothing like this at all. But all this is okay. Nobody's starting a committee for this. Nobody's talking bad about this. Nobody's saying they're actually going out. You got AOC. You got Maxine Waters, her old shriveled up, need to sit down, work for the man's self. All these other folks that's out there on they post sitting here fanning the flames because, the government wants to have unrest because, they want to also distract you from the fact that you might going to be able to eat in a couple months. But I digress. But this is okay. But January 6th is pulled down. Now, I'm laughing about that because this is exactly what they did to us. They pulled the Black Panthers, vilified them. They always vilify all of us whenever we try to come together and unite and then have everybody thinking, oh, we're crazy and gangsters and just thugs and killers and all that stuff and demonize us. Now it's happening to them. And they see it happening in front of their face. It's honestly kind of, it's sad and amusing to me at the same time because seeing the comments on this and seeing how everybody's going down and they're all upset and mad and stuff. But I'm like, bro, this is legitimately, if this was like anything that happens with a Hebrew, they want to just typecast us and throw us under the bus, and everything that happens to us is true. But when it happens to them, oh my God, it's wrong. Oh, Lord, interesting. It's very interesting. We're watching prophecy come to pass, bro. Like straight up. Like and then this is what I wanted to jump off of. To jump off of right here. This is. I mean, it's the headlines speak for itself, y'all. The headlines speak for itself. Y'all see this, man. Y'all see this stuff. It's okay. And again, this is not an old subject. This is not an old subject at all. Not at all. Let me see. Actually, I'll jump in it this way. Let's jump in it this way. So this is talking about the history of eugenics. For those who don't know, eugenics, I'm quite sure everybody would know, but eugenics was the practice of taking only the best and the best of humankind and allowing them to mate and allowing them to procreate and make kids. Anybody who was undesirable, anybody who was feeble-minded, who was maimed, who just had, poorness actually was literally, they codified poorness psychologically. They codified poorness as a physical illness. So the next time somebody tells you to trust the science, let them know that at once upon a time, the science said that if you was broke, it was because of your genes. Let them know that the science said that, oh, if you came up and you didn't have access to nice things, it was because of how you were born. That if you weren't able to make money, it wasn't because of the laws put in place. It wasn't because they had white folks coming around in hoods, killing your family and taking you out and stealing your land. It wasn't because you were a slave just 2 months ago and they let you go with nothing but the shirt and the shoes on your feet and the shirt on your back. It wasn't because of none of that. It was simply because of genetics and the science. This was taught in universities. I'm gonna show it to you. I got the receipts. This was taught in universities. So when y'all see me saying that no, the heliocentric is a lie and I don't believe that, you're like, oh man, this man going too deep. Oh, that's too deep. It's because they literally used to teach that your birth was a defect, that life didn't have to be life. They taught this in schools, in the schools. And y'all want to sit here and just go with everything that these people tell you and be like, oh, well, yeah, it seems good to me. Okay, let's go in. The history. The eugenics was most famously expounded by Plato. Now, this is back before Margaret Sanger, back before Darwin's cousin, back long time ago. Plato, who believed human reproduction should be monitored and controlled by the state. By who? By the who? What do we see going on right now? What do we see happening? Do we not see the state regulating these things? I digress. However, Plato understood that this form of government control would not be readily accepted and proposed the truth be concealed from the public via fixed lottery. Okay. So way back in Plato's day, he understood that if we want to get not so popular ideas across to the public, we got to conceal that. And so in this case, they did a lottery. But back in the day, they said, oh man, this eugenics thing, they kind of don't, the Nazis kind of, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go again. Mates in Plato's Republic would be chosen by a marriage number in which the quality of the individual would be quantitatively analyzed, and persons of high numbers would be allowed to procreate with other persons of high numbers. In theory, this would lead to predictable results and the improvement of the human race. However, Plato acknowledged the failure of the marriage number since gold soul persons could still produce bronze soul children. They even had their own qualifications for it all. But see, back then they had more knowledge of the spiritual realm, so that's why they used gold soul, bronze soul. They used more spiritual knowledge. Nowadays they secularize everybody to make it easier to push nonsense upon them. And Plato's idea may have been one of the earliest attempts to mathematically analyze genetic inheritance, which was later improved by the development of Mendelian genetics and the mapping of the human genome. All of it's related. It's all related. But I'm going to go further. We're going to talk a little bit more about eugenics. There's this gentleman here that I want to talk about. This is from the Film Archives. This is a little documentary. It's like 47 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to play up to like 8 minutes from where I'm starting at. And this is a really, really good documentary. I highly recommend it. I even went and bought this man's book. His name's Edwin Black. And I'm going to read a passage to y'all from his book too. It's called War Against the Weak, Eugenics and America's Campaign to Create a Master Race. Like, this is what I'm saying. Y'all was preparing me, bro. I literally bought this. Like, I have not been paying attention to this, none of this stuff going on in America. I've been looking at China, Russia, and global persuasion. I ain't been paying attention because I know everything in America is a distraction. Even this crap right here is twofold. It's a distraction and it's also a preservation thing, because we all know, let me see here. Let me see if I got rid of it. I think, here we go, right here. We already know children of color already make up the majority of kids in many U.S. states. We already see demographers project that whites will become a minority in the U.S. and in around 2045, dropping below 50% of the population. This was preservation on one tip. That's all it really was. I'll say for the lower level, for those who, just see things that was how it is, they're like, oh yeah, this is preservation. We're going to save the white race. But the bigger picture is this is just to cause unrest. This is just to cause more violence in the United States. And now they can ride this wave for the next 2 months and keep the media going on this. And nobody going to be paying attention to the doggone dollar going down. Nobody's paying attention to the yuan rising and the doggone ruble rising. Nobody's paying attention to that because everybody out here worrying about just, I can't go out here and murder children because hoe is life. That's the big thing. And then you got these little simpy behind men out here. Oh, I support it, thinking that they're gonna, maybe impress a woman and maybe one of them might like them. Oh, yeah, I'm not different. I'm not like other men. I'm not patriarchal. I am support women. Oh, you can lead me. I don't care. I'm subservient. Lead me. Little weak behind men out there supporting that nonsense. Like, this is absolutely goofy. But I'm gonna play this excerpt from this documentary, man. This dude again, and I hate that I have to preface it like this, but unfortunately, not everybody is there yet for reasoning and understanding. Just because I bought his book, just because I'm playing this documentary, don't mean I agree with everything this man says. He's Polish, so he's actually looking at it from like a Ashkenazi Jew type viewpoint, because his parents, I believe he said they were a part of the Nazi crusade and stuff that were going on in Poland. So he feels a little close to it, which is interesting because, again, he has a wealth of information, which I think is very fascinating. Let me go ahead and jump in.
Now, most people are familiar with Nazi eugenics. This was Hitler's idea for a master race. But very few people are aware that the idea originated not in Nazi Germany, but in the United States 2 to 3 years before Hitler, 2 to 3 decades before Hitler came to power, as American eugenicists went on a campaign to create a white master Nordic race.
2 to 3 decades before the Nazis. Come on now.
Blonde and blue-eyed. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about the idea of eugenics. Eugenics itself started in Victorian England. There was a scientist, his name was Francis Galton, the cousin of Darwin, Charles Darwin. And this guy, Galton, had these ideas that if talented, skilled, and wealthy people married other talented, skilled, and wealthy people, they would have talented, skilled, and wealthy children. And he thought by this method, we could improve society. He tried to put a number on this. He tried to find a pattern in this because he himself, of course, was a seeker of patterns. He was actually the inventor of fingerprints. Actually, God invented fingerprints, but he was the inventor of the method of identifying and classifying.
I like how he corrected that.
Fingerprints. He was the inventor of various fashions of meteorology and barometric readings. And so he tried to find a way to quantify the idea of a good marriage. And he came up with this term from the Greek that he invented, eugenics, meaning good life or good birth. These ideas were imported into the United States at the turn of the last century, meaning in the early 1900s. Now, what was that time like? It was a time of great racial, ethnic, and demographic upheaval and conflict. What did we have? We had millions of Jews coming in from the East, from Eastern Europe, from Russia, from Poland. We had millions of blacks in the post-Reconstruction and post-Civil War era who were being integrated into United States society. Indians were being integrated into United States society. Millions of Asians had come in from the West as as indentured laborers, and millions of Mexicans were now in U.S. territory as a result of Mexican-American wars, in which we took over a great amount of Mexican territory. And there were a bunch of white guys, some scientists, some wealthy people, men of privilege, people whose names most people don't know, names like Charles Davenport and Harry Laughlin, and they wanted it the way it was. They wanted it the way it was when their fathers were running the country. And of course, when we say the 20th century, we ask ourselves, who is running the 20th century? The 20th century was being run by guys from the Civil War, just as our 21st century is being run by guys in the post-Vietnam era. And these guys from the post-Civil War period brought all of their racist baggage into the 20th century with them. They considered themselves reformers. They considered themselves liberals, progressives, and utopians.
Are y'all familiar with those terms? I'm just sorry. Liberals, progressives. Have you heard those terms before? Have you heard this before? Have you heard these things being said? Have you heard? I'm just saying, man. I'm y'all know. I'm just these terms, progressive and all that. Like, is this not the terms your modern BLM white person who just came from Starbucks with their venti macchiato chop latte, who stays down in some apartments and they figure that they're an influencer and they say, "Oh, I have black friends," and they think that they know what's best for you as a black person? Do they not say that they're progressive? Do they not say these same things? This is where this ideology came from. This, I'm not, again, I don't play the politics game, the red and blue, all that. They both were part of the same. They both the same. They both are the same. Like that you can't just say one is better than the other. But the Democrats are way more insidious in the fact that they got the Hebrews literally voting against themselves. These are the same people that are in your Democratic office that go and follow these things. Do you know that Margaret Sanger is caught amongst all of these folks? I'm going to play another video with a nice little picture of her. And this is the person that Hillary Clinton said inspired her. And Katz was mad. I didn't vote for Hillary. I was a Bernie person at the time because I was still ignorant. But I knew I didn't want Hillary. And they were like, "Oh, you got to vote for her." Oh. And I'm like, why? And even back then, I knew. I'm like, she backs Margaret Sanger. That's eugenics. That's Planned Parenthood. That's against us. I knew that even then. But people just blindly follow this stuff. They call it healthcare. Even you have so-called Christians, y'all. This is how you know Christianity is on some nonsense. I've seen Christian people like, what the heck, bro? How do you reconcile that to scripture? How? How are you going to reconcile that to scripture? How? Let's go into the next one. I want to show y'all the next one, man. This one here, actually, let me start it back over. This one is pretty interesting. I'm going to play this whole one. This is from another excerpt from a documentary called What Mama Didn't Say, about the origins of eugenics in America. This is a gentleman called Doug Harris, and this is an excerpt from it. It's only 4 minutes, so I'm going to play the whole thing.
When Lincoln signed that Emancipation Proclamation, there was a lot of debate that happened at that point. Some of the previous slave owners saw that maybe this could still be a labor force. Maybe they'll still work for us. However, there was a grouping of slave owners who said, get rid of them, send them back to Africa. After slavery, there was a real significant shift in terms of building our own families. We saw that we were moving somewhere. We were moving forward. But the largest grouping, I think, was those who said, let's just make it so that they cannot reproduce.
As we talk about the role of some of these historical organizations who were really put together for the purpose of the sterilization and stopping reproduction of African-American peoples in this nation, the reality is that we have to put it in historical context.
They set out to sterilize us. There's something that's called eugenics, and it involved people determining that we were feeble-minded people, and so they need to sterilize us so that we won't carry on these bad genes and infect people.
Now, look at that image there. Unfit human traits such as feeble-mindedness. How do you Anyway, epilepsy, criminality, insanity, alcoholism, pauperism, and many others run in families and are inherited in exactly the same way as color in guinea pigs. If all marriages were eugenic, we could breed out most of this unfitness in 3 generations. You can improve your education and even change your environment, but what you really are was all settled when your parents were born. Selected parents will have better children. This is the demonic nonsense that they believe. Now, not only is this just purely demonic, this literally serves the purpose of nothing other than the fallen angels. See, what we got to realize is we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers of darkness. See, there was a serpent seed that's running around. No, it wasn't Cain's children. There was a legit serpent seed running around. Why do you think that there's, reptilian-like creatures in all the different mythologies all over? In India, you can find temples of, you know what? I'm gonna play this to the end. Then I'll show y'all. I'll play this to the end. Then I'll show y'all.
The gene pool.
And these people who were supporters of the eugenics movement were also the same ones who, in that day and age, were opposed to public education and were opposed to the creation of public hospitals.
And that was a hard period in our lives because many of the women didn't know why they couldn't have children. And they couldn't have them because the state deemed them a risk because they put mental health tags on them, a risk because they wanted to control the birth rate in our community. And people think this is far-fetched.
The discrimination grew with the eugenics. So blacks were not deemed desirable.
The reality is, without having that knowledge, some of our young people and some of our not so young people feel that those organizations are friends to our communities, and will fight you if you raise issues about the ways in which they operate, the ways in which they are strategically located in or near the African American community.
Back in the day, teenage pregnancy was not celebrated. It was something that was shrouded in shame, and the family did whatever they could do to make sure that the person who was pregnant was taken out of the public eye.
When a teen daughter got pregnant in the 1950s or so, oftentimes, all of a sudden, they would disappear from school. They would no longer be around. And we would come to find out later that they had gone to visit a family back east or somewhere out of the state, and that they had been gone for about 9 months and they came back. And because we were friends, they would say something like, they sent me away because I was pregnant and I couldn't have it, and they made me give up this baby. That was in the 1950s.
If the family decided to keep the child once it was born, the child was often brought home and the mother raised the child as their own, and the child grew up with the mother as though they were siblings. This is some of the things that happened, and it happened over and over and over.
Man, look at here. Man, look at here. Oh, sorry about that. It's going forward. Look at here, man. This is nothing new. This is something that has been designed to get rid of us in particular. You see that there's a history of this, and the fact that you have Hebrew people out here mad and just upset that this is a thing is like, it's mind blowing to me. Is people don't understand their history. But the even bigger thing is even bigger than that. Like I was saying, we heard about the serpent seed, and people say, oh, that's Cain's sin, that's Cain, and blah 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 and everything like that. But if that wasn't the case, then why in the world did all these people these are detailed, and this is again not easy to do, because do you see us today making statues and stuff in our buildings like this? Like, usually it's some plaster of Paris, some little cheap, 3D printed shortcut type deal. Very rarely do you see these detailed carvings like this. They left detailed carvings. What don't they look half snake? Don't they look half snake? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe in coincidences. Side note: look at the astronaut. Anyway, there's all these different snake-like beings on there. All these different snake-like creatures exist. Now, let's just throw this out there. If I'm a creature, let's just play a thought game. I'm a creature now. I've been created by these fallen angels, but we need these humans to mate, because without the humans, for some reason, we can't make kids no more. But these humans, man, they weaker than us, but they just way outbreed us. They outbreed us and everything. Okay, we want to control them. How can we control them? Oh, the best way to do is you keep the numbers from getting out of control. Any farmer can tell you that. That's why they go out there and they hunt pigs and hogs, and they hunt the different wolves and the different things in the area, because if their numbers get out of control, they mess with their farmland. They mess with all their livestock. And then anytime you have a creature that was brought in, that's why we haven't. This is why in Florida we got doggone what are those things? It's a lizard. It's a lizard, but I forget. It's a type of lizard. I can't remember the name of the type of lizard. We got a bunch of lizards falling out of the sky because they're not endemic to Florida. And when Florida gets cold, they stuck in the trees, and they falling out of the trees because these jokers brought these pets over here, and they just had them over here. That's happened a lot of times. That happened when they bring rats in the area, and the rats aren't endemic to the area. They start eating up all the endemic life because you've messed up the balance of things. So when you mess up the balance of things, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to come in and mess up the balance, and by keeping us under control and keeping a limited number of humans. But people just think it's birth control. They just think, oh, it's just the same thing. Oh, it's just healthcare. But as we see here, this is something that's been going on since the time of Plato. Since even back then, they were trying to control and curtail the number of humans being born. This is a common thing. You can just go, everybody knows the TED Talks that you folks be giving, talking about the population too big. Come on, man. This ain't no birth control. This is all about human control. This is about controlling humans. They've gotten humans to the point where they don't even want to procreate. The very thing that life is about. They've welded into the minds of these people to think that I've never seen so many women that are against children. It blows my mind. I've never seen women that will not want to use the natural things that Yah has given them. One thing that I loved about my wife is that she was very much in tune with her body. My wife was my wife knew her. She was one of the few women I knew that actually watched her cycles. You know what I'm saying? She knew when she was ovulating, and she knew it just naturally. She just knew it. She was like, oh, my temperature is going up. Oh, I think I'm about to, I think my cycle's about to start. She knew all this stuff inherently. And I love that because, she just did it all natural. She just knew how to manage these things. Most women don't know that. Most women don't even know that about themselves. I've met so many women that have, I've had to tell them things about their bodies. I've had to help them out. I've seen women, they are extremely busty. And they're like, oh, my back. And I'm like, are you wearing the proper size, bra? Are you wearing the proper bra size? And they would tell their size. And I'm like, bro, that's not good for you. I literally took this young lady one time to the mall and I had to take her to Lane Bryant to get her size because she had never done that before, and was going to go and have the doctors take her chest off because she thought it just caused her back problems and didn't realize that she was just wearing the wrong size bra. This is, and it's not just women, it's men too. It's just that people don't know nothing about themselves. They don't know nothing about themselves, and they just blindly believe the science. They blindly follow the science. And as I've clearly shown here, this science is jacked. Let me read to y'all what what they used to do. This is from the book War Against the Weak: Eugenics in America's Campaign to Create a Master Race by Edwin Black. Anybody who want to know the history of, some good history, I recommend this book. I ain't even finished it yet, and it's already dropping some stuff to send me down rabbit holes. But I'm gonna read this one part here. It's talking about this man this in Virginia. His name was Buck. Buck vividly recounted the day he was sterilized at Lynchburg. He was 15 years old. The call came over the dormitory just like always, and I knew they were ready for me, he remembered. There was no use fighting it. They gave me some pills that made me drowsy, and then they wheeled me up to the operating room. The doctor wielding the scalpel was Lynchburg Superintendent Dr. D.L. Harrell Jr., who was like a father to me, continued Buck. Dr. Harrell muttered, Buck, I'm going to have to tie your tubes, and then maybe you'll be able to go home. Drowsy but awake, Buck witnessed the entire procedure. Dr. Harrell pinched Buck's scrotum, made a small incision, and then deftly sliced the sperm ducts, rendering Buck sterile. I watched the whole thing. I was awake the whole time, Buck recalled. Buck Smith was sterilized because the state declared that as a feeble-minded individual, he was fundamentally incapable of caring for himself. Virginia authorities feared that if Buck were permitted to reproduce, his offspring would inherit immutable genetic traits for poverty and low intelligence. Poverty, or pauperism as it was called, was at the time was scientifically held by many esteemed doctors and universities to be a genetic defect transmitted from generation to generation. I'm going to repeat that. Virginia authorities feared that if Buck was permitted to reproduce, his offspring would inherit immutable genetic traits for poverty and low intelligence. Poverty, or pauperism, as it was called at the time, was scientifically held by many esteemed doctors and universities to be a genetic defect, transmitted from generation to generation. Buck Smith was hardly feeble-minded. He spoke with simple eloquence about his mentality. I've worked 11 years at the same job, he said, and haven't missed more than 3 days of work. There's nothing wrong with me except my lack of education. I'll never understand why they sterilized me, Buck Smith disconsolately told the local reporter. I'll never understand that. They, Lynchburg, gave me what life I have, and they took a lot of my life away from me. Having children is supposed to be part of the human race. The reporter noticed a small greeting card behind Buck Smith. The sterilized man had eventually married and formed a lasting bond with his stepchildren. The card was from those stepchildren and read, "Thinking of you, Daddy." Through tears, Buck Smith acknowledged the card. They call me Daddy. That's sad, bro. That's sad. And that was to a Gentile, bro. But that's sad. That is pure sad. That saddened me. You can literally feel the sadness from him even talking about it. Like the way he put it in the book was so well done. You could tell. Like there's nothing wrong with there was nothing wrong with them people. There was nothing wrong with us. We just didn't have access to education. This is why y'all said my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We didn't have access to the education. This is why I'm so angry now with people who will not research and look something up, who want to argue with me and argue with Hebrews about things that they haven't even took a look in a book about. They just blindly believe in what this so-called expert told them. Well, from history, this is U.S. history. This is just the first part of the book. This book is kind of thick. I ain't even got into the meat and potatoes of the book yet. I literally just got the book a couple days ago. Like I think 2 days after I got the book, the whole Roe versus Wade thing went over, and I was like, "What in the?" Like y'all just had me going in this direction. Like I just came across it. It wasn't something that I was into because again, I've been looking at all the stuff going on with China and Russia. I wasn't paying attention to this. But then I've been picking this up, learning all kinds of interesting things. I just love y'all, how he'll just sometimes derail you and be like, no. Look at this. You need to look at this. This is something you need to look at. It's ridiculous, y'all. It's ridiculous. And this has been done to Hebrews. There's a story in here about a black lady and her daughters. And her daughters went for regular checkups, y'all. They went for regular checkups and they made them little babies. That girl was 13. The other one, I think, was like 10, 11 or 12 or something like that. They were young. And they made them sign a paper saying that they were old enough to consent, and they sterilized them girls. Sterilized them. Just off of nothing. They used to drive to towns and pick up people randomly. This in Virginia, they're talking about the hill folk. They were like basically little country folk. Again, just uneducated, but hardworking, good people, not messing with nobody. They would just write the sheriff, the state. Now, mind you, the state, the sheriff drove up there and would take kids out of their beds and would take them down to this facility, the insane asylum. I highly recommend, if y'all want to go down a rabbit hole, research insane asylums in America. Research the insane asylums in America. You will be appalled by the nonsense that they had going down. And again, this is all counted as science. This was all counted as popular opinion. If you went to a university, you were counted as an educated man or woman if you learned these things and applied them. This is what they were doing. This is how they were setting this stuff up. And there's a whole, bro, I can go into it. There's so much stuff. Like the American government is trash. 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 I'm telling you, when you start researching the stuff that the state sanctioned stuff. So when you see me going hard against like universities, and it's not that I abhor education. It's not that I abhor higher learning. I abhor it the way Babylon applies it. I abhor it the way they do it, because they don't teach learning from a way that you can ask questions and glean new ideas. They teach it from a way where this is how it is. This is how it is. And if you don't agree with it, you fail. And if you don't agree with it, you're crazy, you're an idiot, and you're stupid. Case in point, when you anybody go and look at anybody trying to counter a flat earth person, all they do is laugh and ridicule. All they do is laugh and ridicule. They never point and say, oh, well, here's this and here's that. Oh, how come, the earth is spinning at 666,000 some odd miles? How come everything dealing with the earth and mathematics has 666 in it when it's spinning? How come? How come? Nobody wants to answer that. They just say, you're crazy, and throw you away. How come the place called Planned Parenthood is literally done by the same? I accidentally closed it. I wanted to go back to that
mandating the
that video with
when Lincoln signed
to show y'all. What was she? Where's she at? Margaret Sanger. They had yeah, there she is right here.
Or not.
That's Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger.
Dean.
Now, Margaret Sanger is the person who invented Planned Parenthood. Look at the company she keeps. But you want to tell me that this ain't about killing Hebrews? But you want to tell me that it's about health care? You want to tell me that it's about just making sure women have rights? Okay. By taking away the one beautiful right that y'all gave them of childbirth, that is beautiful. That is something that is just amazing, that you can have a life grow. You literally are a portal of life into this realm. That is a blessing. This is why men fight to the death to protect women. This is why we keep our women safe, because they are our future, because they are the gateway to the bringing in our children, to bringing in our future. What idiotic species will stop its own future? Come on, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a screen. I didn't share my screen. My bad, y'all. Margaret Sanger. My bad. Appreciate it. Sorry about that. Margaret Sanger. This is Margaret Sanger. That's Sanger, y'all. That's her, and that's the company she keeping. And also look at her hand. If you notice, I'm quite sure Catholics may have seen that little hand gesture before. This is the company that she keeps. This is the person that started Planned Parenthood. But they always try to draw a distinction. I've even gotten in an argument with Hebrews that try to defend this demon. I was blown. Of course, they were a Christian. Of course, it was a Calvinist. But you're defending this. This is what you're defending. How? How, Sway? How, Sway? So you got the person that started Planned Parenthood doing this, and then now you got the people out here fighting for this, out here, this. You got Hebrews who literally, they trying to stop them from coming, and they out here doing this. Literally proving these people right, because they clearly are feeble-minded to not go and do research and see that they have been deluded. It's insane, bro. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And then one thing I want to show you too, because somebody today came with something very interesting. She came and tried to use the Bible as an excuse for abortion. You can't make this up. And this was the scripture they used. Now, this scripture is clear. It's absolutely clear. But in case y'all ever run across these things, let me show you. Let me show you. She went to Numbers 5. I'm gonna start at 12. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept closed, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the manner, and the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled, or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled, then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, the mediator, and he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an ephah of a barley of meal. And he shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord. And the priest shall take the holy water in an earthen vessel, and of the dust that is on the floor of the tabernacle, the priest shall take and put it into the water. The priest shall set the woman before the Lord. Before who? Before Yah. Let me put it more personal. The priest shall set the woman before Yahweh and uncover the woman's head and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering, and the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causes the curse. And the priest shall charge her by an oath, and say unto the woman, if no man have lain with thee, and if thou have not gone aside to uncleanliness with another instead of thy husband, be thou free from this bitter water that causes the curse. But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thy husband, and if thou be defiled, and some man have lain with thee besides thine husband, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall say unto the woman, the Lord make thee a curse and an oath among thy people. And when the Lord doth make thy thigh to rot, and thy belly to swell, and this water that causes the curse shall go into thy bowels to make thy belly to swell and thy thigh to rot. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. And the priest shall write these curses in the book, and he shall blot them out with the bitter water. And he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causes the curse. And the water that causes the curse shall enter into her and become bitter. Then the priest shall take the jealousy offering out of the woman's hand and shall wave the offering before the Lord and offer it upon the altar. And the priest shall take a handful of the offering, even the memorial thereof, and burn it upon the altar, and afterward shall cause the woman to drink the water. And when he hath made her drink the water, then it shall come to pass that if she be defiled and have done the trespass against her husband, that the water that causes the curse shall enter into her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh shall rot, and the woman shall be a curse among her people. And if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, these shall be free and shall conceive sealed. This is the law of jealousies, when a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband and is defiled. So what people have been taking is people, meaning people who just want to try to make excuses for their nonsense. They try to say, oh, this is abortion. They were aborting the baby because of that. That it don't even read that way. It don't even read like that. It clearly, you don't even got to like go in and, go deep to debunk this. Like, it's not even that hard. It's like, if the woman be not defiled, but being clean, then she shall be free and conceive seed. So if she drinks of this water and she ain't did nothing, she good. She ain't nothing going to happen. But if she lying and she still want to lie and she chooses to go through this right, because mind you, she can say, all right, I'm saying, me and Hezekiah, we was kind of creeping around, in the cornfields and whatever and blah, 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 and just come clean and just take it just take it. Or she can just keep lying and lying and lying and think that she's just going to drink the water and lie before the Lord. Notice they say he's doing this before Yahweh. This is before Yah. This is not before, this is no man decide. This is Yah deciding this. So Yah knows, because they said it in the beginning. If nobody knows, where was it? They said, if a man lie with her carnally and it be hid from back in 13, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband and be kept closed, and she be defiled, and there be no witnesses against her, neither she be taken with the matter. So he just got a suspicion, but he don't know, and he can't prove it because nobody done proved it. They bring it to the Lord and let the Lord decide. So this was from the Lord. Basically saying that if you coming out here and you want to just lie your way up to this thing and you still gonna lie, oh yeah, you're gonna get that the thigh being a curse. That was talking about the womb. That means you ain't finna have you got cursed, because again, women not having kids was a curse. That was an accursed thing. That's why you see in our history with our forebears, with like Sarai and all the different women, when they didn't have kids, Samuel's mama, when they wasn't having children, they were distraught. This thing bothered them. They could not sit still because they understood the honor of it all. They understood that. I can't, man. I just don't understand how people can just take stuff from the word and try to justify these things. Like, this is like literally one of the best honors that you can have in life, is to bring forth children. And it's just insane. But it's like I said, we know what some of the reason is, because our people no matter how much they try to stomp us out, we keep coming back. We like Bebe's kids, man. You can't get rid of us. We like Bebe's kids. You cannot get rid of us. We gonna still be here. And thankfully, because of the Most High, nobody gonna get rid of us. We all out here. We out here. But don't get distracted by this nonsense, y'all. Because on the real, this is just a distraction. This is just a distraction, because India is basically working with Russia to bypass the dollar. They bypassing. They bypassing the dollar. This is from Bloomberg. This is why they making all this noise with the Roe versus Wade. I just had to touch on that real quick. Like, this is why they making all that noise. This is why they jumping in, because of that. Because we're starting to see the world split in two. We starting to see the things change. And so not only do you have the Gentiles trying to preserve themselves, but you have the powers that be, the ones that's in control, trying to push this chaos and instigate this chaos so they can get things going and get this whole system jumping and moving. Because they put they putting this stuff in, and all these Americans, this American exceptionalism is from Yah. I'm going to just go ahead and say that. It's definitely from Yah. It is from Yah. It is definitely from him. And I'll show you why I say that. Isaiah 19. I'm going to go ahead and read Isaiah 19. I think I'm going to go through the whole thing. This is what we see and what's going on. And this is, I know I didn't go too much into the whole Russia and China stuff. There's so much stuff about that out there, y'all. There's so much stuff. And I may go live again tomorrow and touch on a few points and stuff, but I try not to just go live to talk about that, because the stuff literally changes by the minute, and it's just so much. And then even then, I still got to vet everything that I look at and make sure that it is what it is, because people just be saying all kinds of stuff. Just like in the beginning when they were talking about that ghost of Kiev, and they're like, oh, they got a ghost of Kiev. Like, there's some superhero dude out there trying to save Ukraine. That junk was fake. That junk was lie. They were taking video game footage and they was putting it out there like, oh, look at the Ukrainians win. No, bro, that's GTA. Get out of here, nigga. They've been doing the goofiest stuff. But this is why all this mess is happening. This is why you're seeing all this happen and go up. This is designed by Yah. Yah's number one tactic for his enemies is to make them tear themselves apart. Isaiah 19, the burden of Egypt. Behold, Yah rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Y'all, do we not see this? Do we not see this happening? Do we not see this going? Do we not see this going down? Hold on 1 second. Let me show you. Let me give you some receipts for that. It just came on my mind just to even show you that about city against, again, I will set Egyptian against Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So y'all want to tell, people want to tell us that 400 years ain't real. People want to tell us that the Bible ain't real, that prophecy not real. People want to tell. Just look at that right there on the screen. Just look at that on the screen. Exactly. Just again, does this not sound like prophecy coming forward? Does this not seem like prophecy? Like, literally, they got a whole referendum. Do you read that referendum? It's wild. But they legit, and people are like, oh, this won't happen. Oh, this is crazy. Well, they said the same thing about Trump back in 2016, and we've seen what come up with that. And they've been talking a lot. Texas has been talking a lot about secession, a lot since 2020, because they didn't like that whole shutting down their infrastructure that they did for the lockdowns. And that led into a whole bunch of other stuff. They also don't like having to teach their history. They don't like having to teach that, what they did to the Hebrews. But I digress. We're gonna go back to the scripture. The spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to idols and to charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to all the wizards. They're going to go to their horoscopes. They're going to go to burning sage. They're going to go to Oshun. They're going to go to positive affirmations. They're going to go to positive thinking, the laws of power. Okay. Sometimes we got to bring the word, we got to bring that word into our time. We got to understand, this is prophecy into the future, but we got to relate that thing into what's going on to today so we can truly understand what y'all was saying. And the Egyptians will give over into the hand of and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. So let me hold on. Let me show you. Let's see here. I want to pull this up real quick. Get this right here. It's like, man, it's actually just coming to me now as I'm reading this scripture. Let me read it first. Come on. So he's going under a new Lord. It said they're going to be under a cruel Lord, a fierce king who shall rule over them. UK to launch new digital ID technology next month as a part of nationwide digital ID push. See, we got to take the word and make that thing real. Make that thing real. Because see, this ain't nothing but control. And it's coming here to America too. Don't get it twisted. All of this stuff, this Roe versus Wade, is just designed to cause chaos. When they have chaos, then you're going to have chaos. You're going to have blackouts. You're going to have food shortages. You're going to have all this stuff going on. They're going to reset everything and start this whole digital ID. They're already doing it. And they're already talking about it. They already have the what do they call them? The Franklin, the USDD, the US digital dollar. Yes, the US digital dollar, the USDD. That's already in place. You can go look that up. USDD. They already got it in this. It's in motion. It's ready. It's ready to go. It's not like, oh, we're testing it out. Anytime they say, oh, well, we're testing it out and we're looking into the particulars, they already got it. They already got it. It's in there. It's in there. It's in there. This is what's coming. This is worse than when when Harriet Tubman can lead the slaves out because they didn't have no tracking ID on them. But if every slave had a digital ID on them, it don't matter how much wading in the water you did, you can't get away. If you being tracked by computers and drones and satellites, how are you going to run away? How are you going to get free when you can't even go buy a hot dog without the government knowing? Come on, man. This is scripture, bro. And Egyptians will I give over into the land of a cruel Lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted up and dried up. Hold on. Wait. What now? The rivers shall be raised up and dried up. Hold up. And I believe, shout out to Homestead nurse. She actually had put this map out. I had seen it first over there. Look at him. Look at him. You see this? All in the red? That's dry. They already talking about in California, they're doing water rationing. They're doing water rationing in a lot of these areas around here. They're doing water rationing in all of these areas because they're drying up. They don't have what they used to have. And on top of that, I'm not going, let me keep going in the scripture, but we're going to go scripture by scripture. Let's just take a look at this. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. There's a lot of animals out there beaching themselves and dying. There's a lot of mass die-offs of birds and stuff going on, y'all. Come on, man. The fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brook shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the water shall languish. Moreover, they that work and find lacks, and they that weave network shall be confounded. They shall be broken in the purposes thereof, and all that makes solutions and ponds for fish. Oh, let me show you. Let me go into, hold on 1 second. I know I didn't think about doing this before, but it's amazing. It's amazing. And this is I'm gonna show this. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome right here. Perfect. So, in case you haven't been hearing, all these food plants been going up in flames in America. Now they're calling it a conspiracy theory. But literally hundreds of food factories across America. Like, you can literally just do a quick search for all this and find all of that stuff. There's factory fires all over the place that they have been going down, and everybody is like, oh my gosh, this is a conspiracy theory. Oh, it's just not true. Oh, okay. Oh, it's not true. Okay. This happened in May of 2022 this year. Essex food factory burns to the ground. This is in the UK. I didn't know conspiracy theories go across the pond. I didn't know. Apparently, y'all, conspiracy theories can swim. Apparently, these conspiracy theorists are swimming across the pond and taking out the food factories in Europe as well as over here in America. Huh. Man, conspiracy theory. Boy, I tell you, man. You know what else was a conspiracy theory? That something was born in the lab, but then what? How long they found out it was in the lab? Oh, okay. Oh, and by the way, a man just got a payout because of the side effects from this very safe procedure that they was telling us about. He literally got paid out. Buy it. Look it up. He got paid out. He got paid, which shocked me because most of them signed the thing that they don't get paid. So I got to look in to see how he bypassed that. But he got paid. Man got paid. But conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. We looking too deep. It's too. We just think we put too much into it. And they shall be broken in the purposes thereof, all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Surely the princes of Zone are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of the ancient kings. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Let me I'm gonna find a good one. Talking about that one right there. Here we go. Let me close these so I don't. So again, I'm gonna read that again. The princes of Zone are become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are of the stay of the tribes thereof. Now, again, where are they? The wise men. Okay, here's. Is America, is this your king? Is this your king, America? Man can't even ride a bike. He can't even ride the bike properly, bro. Is this your king, Brent? Is this your king, America? Oh, I'm trying to get him when he fall. Is that your king? This your king? Is this your king? Is this your king? Is this your king? Where are they? Where are thy wise men? Let them tell thee now, and let them know that the Lord of hosts has purposed upon Egypt. See, their wise men are Tucker Carlson. Their wise men is Crowder, Louder with Crowder. Their wise men are the PragerU and all these different places. Their wise men are those very same scientists that's out here telling them to kill themselves, and they obliging it and going along with it, taking medicine and poison purposefully because their leaders told them so. Is this your king, America? Is this your king? Is this your king? Is this your king? Hold on. Got another one. I got another one. Yeah, Sean Hannity. That's another one. Yeah, they're wise men. Look at this. Look. The man couldn't even get up. Look. Ow. Oh, God. Who put that there? Oh, God. 1, 2, 3. Man, looking like doggone Mr. Magoo. This man up here running around like Mr. Magoo. This is your king, America. This is your king. Look, this picture here is perfect. I should have made this the thumbnail. I think next time I make a video, I'm gonna use this as a thumbnail. I'm totally gonna use this as a thumbnail. Or make it like my profile picture on Twitter. I think that's what I'll do. This is your king, y'all. This is who leading America. This is America's leaders. Come on, guys. Come on. How you gonna see this isn't scripture? This isn't in scripture. I don't know why my graphics card. I gotta update my my firmware on my graphics card. It's been acting janky. This is your king. This is your king. This is your king. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. I mean, bro, the word is real. Prophecy is real. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Ninja Firewolf. I agree with you on that. I totally agree. I used to laugh so much when Trump was in office. I laughed so hard. It was so funny. I laughed. I have been laughing a lot in the past couple of years at America and their politics and their leaders. It's just been ridiculous because it's literally prophecy coming to pass. Come on, man. The man can't even do stairs and you want him to lead a country? Okay. Okay. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. See, these people, this is on purpose, man. This is on purpose. Y'all has been really dealing with me. It's been amazing. Some people I just been dealing with no more, man. Some people, we got to stop pushing our energy in some of these folks. Some of these folks is just there. The ones that you know, it's like it'll be a difference. I can tell you, it's like a difference when you're dealing with somebody that's receptive to what you're saying. Like I've been in, a couple conversations in the past couple of days from folks that, they're like, oh, well, I want to learn more. Oh, that sounds interesting. Tell me more. And they'll like listen. They're listening. It's like, yo, I never knew that before. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, I've heard things about that. Like people, there's still folks out there. But for these hard-headed folks, just know that you can't get through to them. There's nothing that you will say because it is ordained by Yah. This is why these fools is out here doing this. This is why this is a thing. This is prophecy. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Come on. Come on. Look, it don't get no more perverse than this. Look at this foolishness. Foolish. Out there supposedly protesting the fact to try to kill their children. And then they doing this nonsense. Come on, man. Come on, man. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or the tail branch or rush may do. there's a lot of unemployment going on, y'all. Don't believe the hype. Oh, people just aren't choosing to go to work and blah blah blah. No, there's a let me show y'all this channel. I actually I like this gentleman. He's a good he does this a lot. There's a couple. I've been following preppers, y'all. Preppers are the best. Preppers and homesteaders. That's where it's at. Because see, they've been living. We've been citified. I admit I've been citified. I was a city boy. I say was because now I'm getting back in roots to my to my ancestral roots. I'm trying to get out there and grow some stuff and get my green thumb going and get more natural and get out of this city mindset. Because the homesteaders, they live more natural in the land and stuff, so they ain't as cityfied as everybody else. So they paying attention because a lot of it's affecting them too. It's affecting the rural areas first. A lot of people in the cities talk crap and don't believe a lot of us because we're insulated because the cities always get first preferential treatment in America. But we're starting to see this thing creep up. We're starting to see this thing go up. Let me there we go. Southern Prepper 1. That's it right there. So you see it's already in my list. This dude here. He got a great little channel, man. I highly recommend y'all follow Southern Prepper, man. He got a little thing going where he literally reads. People send him stuff about what's going on in their areas, and he just gets on there and just reads them. I like that because it's people telling what they see, and then he's just relaying that information in. He's a good one, and there's another brother I'm gonna show you. Let me see if I can find him like this because his oh come on. Let's see if I can find him. Yeah, there it is.
Hey everybody,
my man Kevin here. Y'all forgive, he ain't woke yet, so y'all forgive my brother. He got good information, but he ain't there yet. Y'all just pray for him. Y'all he ain't there yet. So I know all the brews like, oh, he got a back here. Look, calm down. We all have to, it's okay. We didn't know. It's okay. Chill out. Oh man, let me show y'all. Let me show you. Let me just share with you what's going on. Again, this is all from the scripture. Where are they? Hold on, where was I at? Neither shall there be any work, and any head or tail shall do. Come on now. Hold up. I lost it. There. No. Dag nabbit. There it is.
So we're at this Walmart at Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. And I wanted to show you guys what caught my eye as I was walking through the aisles. We had to get these pillows for the van, to sleep in the van, because we were sleeping on nothing. But
just to give you some backstory, he's on the road right now. So he's at a Walmart that, they're just on the road traveling.
We're not food shopping this trip, but I wanted to show you guys what I saw when I walked through here. Seafood. I don't think seafood is that big a deal. I don't think seafood is what everybody's going to day to day. But the chicken.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's in America. Y'all see that? Hey, he's still our brother. We just gonna pray for him. Y'all, that's in America. My man Aerospike was showing me stuff. We were seeing this last year. He was showing, but it was it was literally maybe one section. This little section right here would be empty and everything else had stuff. That was the stuff that we were seeing last year when Aerospike was showing me stuff. Now, and there's a reason for this. I'm gonna show you the reason. Talking about people not working and people
the poultry section, the chicken. This is what it looks like. I'm not gonna say food shortages, but this is what it looks like. Okay. And then we got the bin here for the frozen chicken. There's some Atlantic salmon here, some frozen Atlantic salmon. There are some boneless, skinless chicken breasts here, but you can see what the bin looks like. If anybody out there has ever been to this Walmart in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, let me know if this is normal. Beef, beef section, ground beef section. And we got the produce. I guess these were onions that were here. And this is what it looks like in the fresh produce section. Walmart, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Look at that.
There you go.
Bro, that's empty. Look at this. Man, come on, dog. Even I know, like everybody else, I used to go to Walmart back in the day, which is crazy for me to say this because Walmart's ain't even 24 hours no more. It's insane to me to see a closed Walmart. That's how crazy it is. But Walmart's was 24/7. So I used to always go at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning because I ain't trying to be around all them folks. I ain't trying to be around all that. And especially when it's, the 1st and the 15th. Y'all know, come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to be out there around all that. Nah. So I go early in the morning. And I've seen when they were out there filling up the stuff and, repackaging things, I've never, even when they're repackaging and they're refilling, I've never seen it like this. Never seen it like this.
So like I said, I just want to show you guys, I'm not saying food shortages, but this is just what the current situation is here. I've never been to this Walmart before, but as I was walking down the aisles, I kept seeing these gaps.
Bro, look at this is a fruit stand right here. That's not just a regular stand. There would be fruit and produce on this stand. It is empty. It is empty. Oh, Uncle Don, I sent you a text message. I don't know if you got it back to me, but send me another email at my thing with your number, and then I'll hit you back.
Seeing these gaps on the back wall of all black shelves. So, I was intrigued, and I wanted to bring this to you guys so you guys could see it. And while I'm here, actually, let me check the price of this chicken because I'm kind of curious how much they're charging, if they even have. Okay, they got 2 packets of let's see. No, these are chicken thighs. They don't have any chicken breasts.
Dang.
They don't have any chicken breasts. So you got thighs, you got drumsticks, and you got wings. Flats and drumettes. If you want breasts, these are thigh fillets. And
bro, look at how much them thigh fillets are. Come on, man. $10 for 4 little fillets? That's like 4 of them in there. Ain't that many? 4? Come on, dog. Come on. Come on, man.
You're at $5.64 a pound. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. I got to retract my statement because to me, now I'm seeing a shortage on boneless chicken breasts because to me, that's the best value for what you get and, the price you're paying per pound. It's just chicken, no bones added to the weight or nothing like that. If they had it, you're looking at $2.88 a pound, which I think is actually a pretty good price considering, but maybe that's why they're all gone. It's because they were a good price. Mount Pleasant Walmart, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Mount Pleasant, South Carolina Walmart, y'all. And my man Aerospike is absolutely right. He told me this a while ago. He was like, man, they changing it around. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Nah, no way. I went into Walmart. And again, I don't like going to Walmart, but I went into Walmart and it was weird. It's we all know Walmarts are homogenized. They pretty much all are the same. So that way any Walmart you go into, you know where to find stuff, you know where to go. I couldn't find my way around. It was weird. They did, the aisles would move down. Stuff was in different sections. Stuff was like slightly missing. And then they was like tightening stuff in to try to make it look like there was more than there was, bro. And then now what you're going to start seeing is, and it's already been happening, and you're going to start seeing this come up, is now you're going to start seeing a lot of excess products. So you're going to start seeing sales on non-food stuff because they done ordered all that stuff that sat over there in California all of 2020 and most of 2021. And they just now getting some of those orders in. So this is why if you're getting food, check your food. Because we already, man, I had almost got down on some some bad mayonnaise. Mayonnaise was about 1 day from being dead. And my wife had just bought it. Just bought it. So be careful and watch your expiration dates and watch all that stuff, because it's getting there, y'all. And again, this is all prophecy, man. This is all what's happening. This is all that's happening. This is all what's going down. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Oh. Smithfield Foods to shutter California meatpacking plant. Now, this is just one of many places they're shuttering themselves. There's lots of private businesses. Again, when you watch Southern Prepper, he get a lot of people who own businesses that's telling you that they can't do business no more. A lot of private contractors. There's one dude was saying that caulk was costing $10 a tube for caulk. Now, those are just who have, know about caulking, you had to deal with drywall and stuff. Men, you know about that. A tube of caulk, it ain't nothing but like about $4. You know what I'm saying? If you get the good stuff, maybe $5. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like that. It's $10. And even $4, $5 if you get the good stuff is that much. You can usually find caulk for like $3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Caulk's cheap. Nah, $10 for a tube. And now we got this happening. Smithfield Foods to shutter California meatpacking plant. It says the Farmer John meatpacking plant in Vernon, an industrial suburb south of Los Angeles, was shut down in February with its 1,800 employees. 1,800. That's a lot of people, y'all. That's a lot of people. This is again. People want to say 400 years don't exist. People want to say we ain't the people, but I'm seeing this word come to life like never before. I'm seeing, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I just seeing things, but this is why I'm kind of taking y'all through the scripture by scripture and bringing in these news articles, because you got to make the word get real to some folks. You got to make it show people that this ain't just words on a page. This ain't just some old person that just wrote something down and somebody decided. This is the word of Yah, and it's coming to pass. We are living in the times of prophecy. It's insane. Oh, also about this Smithfield Foods. Let me show you something fun. Smithfield Foods is an American pork producer and food processing company based in Smithfield, Virginia, in the United States, and an independent subsidiary of WH Group. What's WH Group? Oh, wait a minute. Is that Mandarin? Wait. Is that what that is? WH Group, Chinese. Wanzhou Guoji. I probably butchered that. Wanzhou Guoji, formerly known as the Shangui Group, is a publicly traded Chinese multinational meat and food processing company. How in the Hello Kitty do you have a Chinese company owning American produce and food? How, y'all? Please explain to me how China can control the food supply of America. So when you have your friends with their American exceptionalism, when you have them brews that's still stuck on Babylon. So this is why y'all said flee, come up out of her. Because if you're stuck in Babylon, you're not paying attention to this. You're just thinking, oh, it's a cycle. Oh, this is a normal cycle. We had one happen in 2008. It'll be fine. This is a rough patch. It'll be good. Everything will be fine in a year. Okay. Okay. China, bro. China owns this. China owned an American meat plant and shut them down in the time when all the plants is burning on fire. But I'm sorry, that's a conspiracy theory. But the conspiracy theorists say that the plants are burning on fire, even though the plants are really burning on fire. And China shut down. You don't think this ain't gonna have long effects on things? Come on, man. Come on, man. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And the land of Judah shall be like a terror unto Egypt, and everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of Yahweh, which he hath determined against it. And in that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak in the language of Canaan and swear to the Lord of hosts, and one shall be called the city of destruction. And in that day there should be an altar with the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof unto the Lord. And it should be a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. Come on, man. Look here, man. Look at here, bro. This place is over, dog. This place is absolutely over. This place is absolutely over, y'all. The signs is here. There's so much more. There's so much more going on. You got the sanctions being bypassed by India. India is working with Russia to basically everything that they couldn't get from Europe and America. India's like, we'll do that. I'll be a huckleberry. They literally already got the system in place. They're trading in the ruble. The ruble is rising. The ruble. Hold on. I mean, just in case people think I'm tripping. People think it's Big Red. Big Red, you tripping. Oh no, you're let me see here. Oh, here we go. I hate that. This is New York Times. I'm not gonna log into their thing, but the Russian ruble keeps rising, hitting a 7-year high. June 21, 2022. This is post-sanctions, y'all. Post-sanctions. Oh, and here's the other thing. Here's another thing that's going on. This happened also. This happened. So this is a bridge that China and Russia built across to each other, and now they're trading. They built a bridge to connect their land. So this bridge is finished, and now you got the trucks going over. They trading. You go the trucks coming from Russia. You go the trucks going to China.
В Дальневосточном федеральном округе в сегодняшнем.
You got this is happening while Americans is over here arguing about Roe versus Wade and killing their children, while the birth rates of the white Americans is dropping to abysmal levels, and they out here in some states having negative birth rates. Meanwhile, they sitting here laughing, thinking nothing's gonna happen with Russia, and China out here trading and doing their thing and thriving. Because it's like my brother say right here. The ruble and the yuan are rising. Do you know the Saudis made a deal to trade with the yuan with China? So they got oil, and China's trading with Russia. No, come on, man. Come on, dog. They bypassing America, but America's basically just put itself on an island, and the entire rest of the world is bypassing. Germany not trying to have them sanctions because Germany used Russian power. So Germany like, look, man, look. We got to put heat in these people's homes, or else they're going to come shoot us. we need to have this thing together. Come on, man. Look, man. These people are just so caught up in that delusion. And again, it's from the Lord. It's from the Lord. You can't convince these people, y'all. Don't waste your time with some folks. If you see that it's just a wall, okay, dust your feet off and keep it moving. Keep it moving, because you have to understand that this is the delusion from the Lord. These people is sitting here like lambs to the slaughter right now. They don't even realize it. The whole economy is collapsing around them. America's about to be on an economic island. The people in other countries, even countries America is friendly with, they're quietly getting rid of all the American dollars. The dollar is only held up by the faith of the world. So when the world loses faith in America, instant Venezuela. Got any dollars? Use them while you can, because pretty soon they're going to be worth nothing more than origami. It's just going to be on origami. Yeah, the BRICS is very active. Absolutely. BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and I forget the S. Oh man, I forget the S. Who's the S? I forget the S. Anybody who knows the S, let me know. I can't remember the S in the BRICS. But yeah, they all been doing their thing. Teo had the video a little while ago with JWTV showing that all of them getting together and doing a Spain. I thought it was Spain, but I don't know if it was Spain or not. I can't remember. Hold on. Because now it's gonna bother me. Oh, I almost gave away my little secret at the end. I can't remember what the South Africa. That's it. Yep, that's it, Josiah. That's it. South Africa. That was it. South Africa. Yep. That's it right there. Those are the ones right there. They've been active. They've been active. They have been very, very much active. Yeah, thank y'all. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. JW is that guy. He had the thing on there talking about how they're doing drills pretty much south of Florida. You know, not right there underneath Cuba. That's mad close, y'all. That's ridiculously close to America. And the fact that they had that North America treaty meetup that Joe Biden put together, and hardly nobody from the South American countries came personally. Mexico just said bump you all together, and everybody else sent like aides and you know the intern. They wasn't worried about that. Ain't nobody worried about America. Ain't nobody worried about Joe Biden. America's, man, people need to wake up, man. People need to wake up. And it's because they work in these idols. They work with all this stuff. Let me give y'all a little boost here, though. Talking about before I close out, I want to show you something. Oh, wait, that's that. No, that's Numbers. I'm sorry. And this is the same scripture, Isaiah 19. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. Now, I read this verse, I think yesterday I posted it on Facebook. And after I posted it, it literally, I read that, and it just, this part right here just illuminated. And I was like, oh, yeah, you really be letting us know what be going on. And you let us know how these fallen angels, and they always try to emulate the Most High. You see, if you read in Jasher, the book of Jasher, it talks about the story of the Tower of Babel. And the hearts of those in the Tower of Babel was, one of their hearts was they were going to get up there and they wanted to put their deities into heaven. They wanted to get into heaven and put their gods there so that they can worship them. So when Yah took out Babel, he confounded the language, but he also had a special, you know, he always loved doing what he do. I love the way Yah works, y'all. I love it. It's such a poetic justice in everything that he does. He's the architect of all wisdom. No one can counsel the Most High. I'm telling you, he is the epitome of wisdom. He punished them according to what was in their hearts. So the folks that wanted to come up there and fight and beat up everybody in heaven, they fought amongst themselves and ended up killing each other off. And then the folks that wanted to go up there and worship their deities, they ended up acting like monkeys and elephants. Now, I talked about this before, how in TCA actually had an awesome thing about it, talking about it too, about how the, you know, Hindu religion has Ganesh, which is an elephant, and it has Hanuman, which is a monkey. But we're also very familiar with the monkey in other ways. Now, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. I know some of you, look, man, when Yah said, come up out of Egypt, come up out of Babylon, it meant come up out of her. So some people may not like what I'm about to show, you know what I'm saying? Let Yah talk to you how you talk to you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to bring you the truth. The Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. I'm just going to let that here. I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to let that sit right there. The monkey that opposed the Lord in the tower. What does Goku turn into? What is it based off of? The whole story is based off of Journey to the West, which is talking about the Monkey King who rides on the cloud. They want to be Yah so bad. They want to be Yah so bad. They want to be like the Most High so bad. This is why all this stuff is happening in the world. This is why they trying to control the population of humans. See, what we got to understand is none of this mess is just about these nations just having beef. This is about these fallen angels and their seed coming back. This is about them wanting to reclaim what they had into the earth, and they want to get rid of the humans so that they can have more resources for themselves. They want to have the humans in little isolate. Why do you think that they want to put people in pods and they're telling people about tiny living and living out of their there's a lady I just saw living out of her doggone storage unit. Why are they pushing people to live in these tiny places, pushing them away from real meat and eating bugs, and pushing them away from these normal things to put a digital chip inside of you and to quantify you and to track you like cattle? Come on, man. There's a real There is real principalities and powers out there. These things, they ain't just made up. This ain't just something that somebody just came up out of nowhere. This stuff is real. You think you're going to tell me that all of Asia is just doing this thing, this very thing that just, come on, man. The one that wants to rise up like the Most High, literally the Most High. And he's done it on a cloud a couple of times. Because if I'm not mistaken, Yahushua was taken up after he came back with a cloud. They taking his signature move. Come on, man. Just something to think about. Just something to think about. When look at the journey. My advice for all of us, because again, like I said, I'm an anime fan, so don't think this means look. I remember years ago, my mama actually talked against Dragon Ball, and she taught about all of this and journey to. She taught this, but my heart was in Babylon, so I was like, it's not that serious. It's too deep. And I just ignored it and kept going. I'm telling you, Yah is doing something different. If you ask Yah, man, shout out to Hezekiah Yah. That song he got called Pure. You make my desires pure. I love that song. That is like, I've been bumping. That's like my joint. And I've been the prayer of my heart. Make my desires pure, Yah. Make my desires pure. I don't want no parts of this. I don't want no parts of this. No parts of that right there. I don't want no parts of none of this foolishness that these people got going on. I don't want. I see what they do. I see this is the nonsense that they foster. This is what they foster. This is Babylon. This is what they got going on. I want no parts of it. I want no parts of it. And if I got to give up some of the things that I used to like and love, hey, it is what it is. I ain't telling you what to do. I ain't telling you how to say it. I'm just telling you about me. I ain't putting no judgment on nobody. If you want to, whatever. I ain't doing none of that. I'm just presenting the thing as it is the truth. Because we all see the compare. Goku is an obvious comparison into the whole thing. But you know who's another one? Another one? His name literally has it in his name. Literally has it in his name. And this is now mind you, this is my favorite anime of all time. This is my favorite. I love this show. I've been watching this show since 2002, probably 2003, 3 or 4, around that time when I first started, watching. This show been on since 1997. Still going. Amazing story. I ain't gonna hold it. It's an amazing story. But in the recent episodes, some of his moves been having names, and the names been sticking out to me. And so they just blow up. And I'm like, huh. And I researched the names, and every time I research the names, I get pulled back into Journey into the West, and I get pulled back into the Monkey King. And all I hear in my spirit is y'all telling me that's my enemy. That's my enemy. These are my enemies. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there, Ninja Fire. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That whole new thing that just been happening and all that stuff that's been going down. I just see it different. I can't see it the way I used to see it. And mind you, I love this show. I had to delete half the. I have a folder for my desktop where I put pictures because you can have the little you can set your backgrounds up to cycle on your Windows desktop, the cycle through pictures. So I had mine set up. Man, I had like 5, 6, 7 of them, one piece, bro. Oh, straight up, like straight up. As a matter of fact, that one was close. This one was close to what I had. One of them, like I had them. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is the truth. Truth is the truth. And this, I could go, wait, man. I'm just giving a little sampler of that. I could go into this in way more detail. But just off of that alone, you see how they try to always emulate the Most High. This is what they're doing. They can't produce life. So they take life and they manipulate it to their own gain. They can't produce life on their own. This is why they took the women. This is why they always take our women. And you see the succubus who come in at the night and take the seed from the men because they can't produce on their own. So they want to cut off our production. They're getting all of this stuff is all setting up. This is why you're hearing about aliens and junk more. If you pay attention, they're talking about, I watch the Breaking Points with Cigar and I forget the other chick's name. I like Cigar. Cigar's points are really good. Even though he looks at it from a, in the system type view, he has good viewpoints and stuff. But they've been talking about it a lot. And there's all sorts of stuff going. Why are they talking about UFOs when back in the day it was just something you watched on the X-Files and it was just a ha 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 fun thing, and you was a conspiracy theorist. Now all of a sudden you got literally Obama coming out. Yeah, well, there's things out there that we don't understand. There's stuff out there we don't know, and we've seen some things, and there might be aliens out there. Who knows? If they come, we'll make them Americans. We'll ask them to help us lead America. It's like, man, come on, man. It's so much spiritual stuff to be in anime. We could have a whole, man, look, I'll be here for a whole 3 hours talking about all the spirituality stuff in anime. Because see, their culture, what we got to understand, and I'm going to say this on closing, is America has made us backwards. We are backwards. As one of my favorite lines comes from what's the brother name? Dang. He actually was on Reach Records, but it's been like forever. Man, hold on. I'll be able to find it. Dang it. Yeah, Sho Baraka. That's it. Sho Baraka. Oh, I didn't know KB left on Reach Records. I didn't know that. I have not been paying attention. That's actually news on me. I'm gonna check that out. I didn't know that. Sho Baraka did a song, and he has a verse. I love this verse. He actually has an album called Talented 10th, which is really good. And I think that's some of the reason why he ended up leaving Reach, because them Christians didn't like it, because he started talking about the realness in our history and what was going on. Oh, Talented 10th is a really good album. I highly recommend that, even for Hebrews. Like, he talked about some history in that one. I like it. And he got a verse in one of his songs. This is why we live backwards, because our thoughts are so evil. Think about it. I love it. But it's true. We live backwards. We're living backwards, y'all. We are living in a time where it's not even normal. The stuff that's I never thought I would live in the day when you would say, what is a woman? And that was controversial. I never thought that. So asking what is a woman is controversial. How, Sway? How? How is that even a thing? We're living backwards right now. So what we have to understand is they have changed things. Our thought process is backwards. We got to look at everything in our life, everything that we hold dear, and everything. Because as I've explained before, and I might go into that in more detail, because we need to get back to the philosophy of the Bible. We need our biblical philosophers to come back. We need to start sitting down and rationalizing things in the Bible, not just reading the word, but making the word real by bringing it into real life for us. That's been the problem with Christianity. They make everything spiritual, spooky, and scary. This is why I went word by line through Isaiah and brought up stuff that brought things in, to show things, because sometimes you got to bring that word in to make that word real. You got to bring that thing in and show yourself, not just yourself, but even to show others that this ain't just words on a page. This is a living, breathing document that is alive. No book is as dynamic and as static as the Bible, which is two opposites at the same time. It's static in the fact that Yah's word never changes. His word is absolute, and it don't matter what Satan do. They can take books out. They can try to omit things. They can try to outright change the meanings, but Yah always brings the truth forward. Always. So we got to evaluate how we doing things, because we got to realize our life and how we living is backwards. And we see that all the values in this world are backwards. And we got to come out of this place and this mentality so we don't get caught up in none of the nonsense. Because I don't want none of the parts of their judgment. I'm just telling y'all that right now. I don't want no parts of that judgment, because ain't no way out of that. This is why I'm depending on y'all straight up. There's no way out. You can have all the cryptocurrency you want. You can go and have your own island. You can build your own island, self-sufficient, everything. They will come out there and find you. You will not escape. It will take nothing but the hand of Yah to move and bring us out of this. And for us to come out of this with the hand of Yah, we have to be walking in his ways and in his statutes. And we got to come out of everything out of Babylon. Everything. Because you know why? The easier it is you do it now, the easier time you're going to have later on when y'all's dealing with us in the wilderness. the easier time you're going to have later on when y'all brings us back into that. See, we ain't bringing Babylon into the land. A lot of people, got this mindset that think it's like going to be this here, but over there. It ain't going to be like that. We're going to do things totally different. We have to do things, even the way we do business in America, we have to even rethink that. We have to rethink how we do everything, because the business mind in America, what you call it? Oh man, the enemy is a lie. Enemy is a lie. Oh, never have problems recalling stuff. The enemy is a lie. Don't want to bring forth this truth. Anytime capitalism, thank you, Holy Ghost. Capitalism is not what it's shaped out to be. And honestly, in America, they haven't done capitalism properly at all. America's a socialist country, but they've been out here masquerading as a capitalist country. If America was a truly capitalist country, then 2008, they would have let them doggone hedge funds die. They would have let them banks die. They would have let all that stuff go away to let the natural cycle. When you have a wildfire, what happens? The fire comes in and it burns off the trees that aren't stable, that are dead, and they're all done. But all the trees that are alive maintain it, and they keep going and they grow back stronger. That's the same theory, according to Keynesian economics, how cycles in the economy work. But every time there's a cycle, the government start handing out cash and money. That's very socialist, if you say so yourself. To get into a little political science argument real quick. So America hasn't done nothing the way that they say that they've done it. We need to analyze everything in our life, put it all on the table, and put it before Yah, and let Yah be the judge. Just as they brought that woman in the during the law for the law of jealousy, just as she had to become before the Lord. And even when you would commit any crime, they brought you before the priest and before the Lord. You would have to make your stuff. Why do you think they put their hands on the Bible? Look at here, man. Hebrews. Society is based off of your life, Hebrews. Society is based off of your history, Hebrews. The very justice system that they've got twisted and disgusted is a perversion of what we used to do. Don't. We got to come out of their mess, man, and get back to how y'all had us doing it. I ain't saying, we can't have computers and technology and all that stuff, but we going to have it Yah's way. Because, see, Yah meant for us to have this, but he meant for us to do it like this. Like right now, we're sitting here coming together for the things that's good. We're sitting here talking about Yah. We're sitting here enriching the family. This is what it was meant for, not for this nonsense. Not for this. It's not meant for that. It's meant for edification. But yeah, man. That's it, man. It's been wild, y'all. It's been so wild. It's been wild out there, man. It's been. I'm gonna try to push up. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna try. I'm going to push things out more, because now that I finally finished, I had a project, y'all, for the government of all things, the Florida Department government, and it took up a lot of time. The government has interesting ways of doing things. I'll just put it like that. And yeah, it's so funny, man. Like I said, y'all is undoing everything. Because I remember back in the day when I was always working at a place, we was always excited to get like government jobs. Because government jobs, like, oh man, I get that government money. Government job is great. This was probably one of the most ridiculous and nonsense behind projects I had to work on in a long time. And even the owner, me and him was talking about it. And dude was like, bro, I'm not doing this no more. He's like, I'm not doing it no more. And he's like, they got you out here running around. He's like, this is crazy. I'm like, I know. It's wild out there, man. But y'all be on the lookout, man. Pay attention and always keep your head on the swivel. It's getting real dangerous out too. I just had a friend of mine say that her boyfriend that she stays with, he got followed home by these 3 guys. They came up asking for money, and then they tried to follow. They didn't follow him home. They tried to. He noticed they were following him, and he put that thing on them, and then he started circling around, and he ended up losing them and getting rid of them. But ain't no telling what them dudes are trying to do. It's getting perilous out here, man. People is out here acting foolish and perilous. Always keep your head on a swivel. Don't be out here just thinking everything is sweet. Oh, la 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 da da, and oh, it's cool, and just be like be vigilant. Because we are in dangerous times. We can't sit out here and act like everything is everything and just keep going about like la-di-da. We gotta pay attention. People say, oh, you putting fear. That's fear around. No, that's being smart. We gotta be gentle as a dove, but wise as a serpent. You got to be smart. Keep your head on the swivel. Pay attention to what's going on. I watched the video from when that terrorist came down in New York and shot all those Hebrews. And the one lady that he got, she didn't even see it coming, man. It's so sad. She didn't even see it coming. And it not only angered me that somebody could be that devious to do that, but I'm like, man, had she paid attention, maybe she could have got a head start. Maybe she could have turned and ran and she would still be alive with her family today. Don't get comfortable, y'all. Don't. I know that's it sounds like a counterintuitive thing. And what I mean by don't get comfortable, don't let your guard down. Don't walk around like everything is everything, because these people out here is perilous, y'all. Y'all see that they finna ramp up. This is election year. They always try to ramp up some nonsense in an election year, and they ramping up. They already talking about burning stuff. And just like I said on my little Facebook Live a couple days ago, hey, all y'all progressives, y'all go burn down Starbucks. Stay out the hood. Stay out the hood. I'm telling you, it's on site for the purple hair folks. I see you around here. Hey, what you doing around here? What you doing? What you over here for? Starbucks up that way. Ain't no craft beer shop. It's that way. That way. Don't come around here. Man, look. When they had them George Floyd riots, I ain't never seen so many white people in the hood. I thought they had a fire sale on weed or something. So many white folks in the hood. I ain't never seen so many white folks in the hood. And I ain't never seen them since. They only come down for their virtue signal to put their videos on TikTok. Then they go back behind their bars and gilded houses. They come and mess up our neighborhoods, but then go back into their little safe neighborhoods with their guards. Nah. Y'all mad about this, bro? We ain't got nothing to do with that Roe versus Wade. We ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Stay out the hood. Go burn down your own neighborhoods. Go burn down Starbucks. Go burn down your craft beer shop. Go on. Go burn down PetSmart or something. No, they won't do that because they like dogs. But go somewhere else. Don't come out our hood with that nonsense. Like, I'm tired of that. Tired of that. Like, straight up. I'm telling y'all, if y'all see them, purple hair, green hair, on site, hairy armpits, got their pants painted red like their period, running all weird and nasty and disgusting, on site. On site. No, not in this hood. You need to go back to where you came from and burn down over there. Nope. Oh, man. Straight up. Is it? Exactly. Bro. Man, they tear stuff down. They tear stuff down when they team win, y'all. When their team wins. Like, Philadelphia is notorious. That's why people, I got a buddy. He hates it every time Philadelphia wins because he hates watching all the riots. And it's true. Every time Philadelphia, I think last time the Eagles won a game, this dude ate poop. Straight up. There's a video that the man ate horse poop, y'all. The man ate horse poop, but they call us unruly. They call us dogs. They say we are the ones who are just wild and savages. And they do it again. This happens across the pond. I know all my UK homies can definitely attest to it. Anytime Manchester or anytime one of their clubs winning, oh, it's a riot. They out there wilding out. It's a riot. So if they riot when they win, they losing. Come on, man. It's on site. Purple hair on site. Neck beard, glasses on site. I'm telling you, it's on site. And if you a Hebrew with that nonsense, we sending you over there to them. Go over there. Go on. We good over here. Don't bring that crap over here. But it's finna be wild, y'all. Y'all keep y'all head on a swivel because these folks out here tripping. They tripping hard. They are tripping mad hard. And y'all be safe, man. I don't want to hear nothing crazy happening and stuff. And if you can, like I always been saying, get extra. Y'all see it already. It's coming. Get extra while you can. And even do it now while the food prices, because the food prices just steady rising every other day. It's getting goofy. It's getting super goofy. But it's goofy in a good way for us. It's us. So I look at all this with pleasure because I'm like, your word is true. I see the working of Yah in all of this and how he's even keeping us and even molding us even through all of this, man. I mean, look at how he's brought all these different people together through all these separate different channels and stuff. Everybody helping people coordinate, get information and know what's going on. Y'all always got a ram in the bush, man. Y'all always we got to remember our ancestors went through them plagues too. when that Nile turned into blood, you know what I'm saying? Hey, honey, where you at? You got the fish? Baby, Moses done turned the Nile full of blood. I couldn't get one fish. What? He done turned it back, man. What I'm just saying, that's what happened. I couldn't get not one fish. I had to go all the way down. You know these conversations happen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't go out there. Come in the door. Oh, hey, man, close the windows. Close the windows. Nigga, locusts everywhere. Close the windows, y'all. Oh, my God, all these locusts. Oh, man, why don't they just listen to Moses? I'm tired of these bugs. Oh, Lord. Come on, y'all. We got to make the word real, man. Wake up in the morning. Hey, why? Give me a candle. It's dark. It's daytime, nigga. Y'all sent another plague. What? He just sent one 2 months ago. I can't see nothing. Come on, man. And I know. Come on now. Think about fellas and sisters. I feel sorry for our ancient sisters having to live through that plague of frogs. I know I'm like, oh, baby, get it. Oh, it's in there again. It's another one. Girl, there's a whole bunch of them out there. They all on the roof, man. Just that frog ain't thinking about you, man. We got to realize we've been here before, y'all. We built for this. We've been here before. With all this going on, that's why I got them cruise ships up there on that title, because it's that time. It's that time. It's about to be that time. Well, we about to get up out of here. Straight up. Because, whoo, man. It's getting wild, man. But we've been built for this, man. We can deal with them frogs. We dealt with, food shortages. We dealt with it in the first Egypt. We can deal with it in the second Egypt. Y'all got us. Even if you don't have the provisions to go out there and, have a battery backup and all this stuff, just save as much and the best as you can, and y'all will take care of the rest, man. Look at the widow with Elijah. Her and her son was on their last mic. They was ready she was going to give it to him, and it was going to be a wrap. But here comes Yah with the man of Yah coming right up in there. And boom, they was good throughout the whole thing. Y'all always going to be able to take care of us, man. As long as we put our trust in him, he got us. He got us. That's why we got to come up out of Babylon, man. Come up out of Babylon so you can free yourself of those demon influences around you so you can hear from Yah much more pure than you could before. Sometimes, man, we just got to turn the TV off, bro. Straight up. Sometimes, like I sit here and sometimes I have news and stuff playing and stuff, but sometimes you just gotta just vibe out and get in the Lord and get in the Yah and let him just talk to you and get your spirit filled up, man. It's so important that we cling to Yah so much more in this day to come up out of Babylon. Not only physically, he's gonna help us with that part, but the mentally part. That's the part we can do right now. That's what we can do. We can't get ourselves out physically because we know this system goes even over into the homeland right now. But when y'all do it, he going to break them up out of there, and we going to be free, not just mentally, but we going to be free physically as well. And this time is coming. For real. That's right. No fear. Exactly, my life. No fear. 100. No fear. I am excited, honestly. I'm legit excited. I see everybody over here worrying and stuff, and I almost feel bad because every time when I saw that bridge being built, I was like, yay! Yeah, baby. Let's go. I was like, I see it coming, man. It's coming. The prophecies are true. The word is true, y'all. We just got to put ourselves in the position to hear from Yah and to see it. So I appreciate y'all coming out here, man. I really do. That was all good in Goshen. Exactly. Exactly. We was good for a little minute, but then, this one pharaoh comes up and he's like, I don't know this nigga Joseph. Like, who did it? Who them folks here? There's a lot of them. Oh no. Again, this is the same thing. And then eugenics was being practiced even back then. When Moses was about to come out, what did they do? Every time y'all's about to do something great with our people, this is something they always do. They've been killing the Israelites. That's like been the theme of this side of the existence is murdering Hebrew babies. That's been the theme all throughout history. That's been the theme. Why? What is it about them Hebrews? What is it about them people? Okay. Yeah, Joseph who? Man, look at here, Angela. I'm with you. I'll be over there. I'm near one of the ports right now, and I'll drive by that port and be like, "There's only how many out there? Oh, it's about that time. It's about that time." I appreciate y'all coming out though, man. I really do. Like I said, we're gonna be up more and more often. There's a lot of other stuff, man. It's so much, man. Y'all is uncovering. There is wisdom out there. I highly encourage. That's why I like to show y'all stuff live when I be looking at stuff, because I show you my methods, because there's no secret in it. You know what I'm saying? Look, there goes my thing acting stupid. There's no secret in in the methods, man. It's just, this is about giving that wisdom so that we don't be ignorant no more, so that they don't keep us under lock and key in our minds anymore. We free and they can't stop us. So I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for coming out, having another session with the brother, and I'm out.
Yeah. This was so first, if you don't get it on, you a traitor. Cause speak against abortion, they gon' hang out later. First they say that it's their body, it's their choice, they gon' only make it, but don't consider that's a person growing inside the ring. What about rape? Now I can't justify, I say that that's okay. But if you kill that baby, gon' be against you on your judgment day. But we don't believe on God anyway, so we gon' follow Satan. We say that we Christian, but that Bible we stay away from. See people kill their mother, brothers, sisters off of play fun with their gun. Then get on social media like they do nothing. They shoot out people dead from the lick on this ain't no N1. We follow every God, moon and stars, except for V1. Not hard, not shy, crazy. We deny we Israelites and Jesus was white. Our people really did prepared up a fight, but now we know we black. Our people seem to can't accept the fact. And why is that we program that hate ourselves from further back?